There's a lot I want to cover this week because we're going to have a lot of content coming. So I wanted to give this to you guys today. We'll call it top 10-ish. Maybe it's 10, maybe it's 11, maybe it's 8. Who knows? Players in the game that I feel like you need. Now, normally this would be like a best team in Madden, but I am indeed waiting for team of the week. It's supposed to be a couple of them coming before we discuss that. But these are the cards I feel like you probably need or equivalently need. Again, this is going to be based on your scheme, the amount of AP you have, all the above. But for me, these are the ones that like I really can't see replacing until someone with like the same ability set comes around. We are going to start on offense with this one, and it is Joe Thomas. Why Joe Thomas, right? Now, obviously, a lot of people like using Secure Protector over Edge Protector. I get it. I do too. But for me, I think Threat Detector is such a valuable part of this game. Knowing when people are blitzing on 3rd and 4th down, it is a whole part of scheme, and him getting it for 1 AP and being able to get Edge Protector for 1 AP, that's 2 AP, right? That's the cheapest version you can get for in the game using these abilities. Super, super important to me. So much so that we even use Anthony Munoz at right tackle, who does get right tackle secondary position with Secure Protector. So again, I'm still using him. I'm just putting him somewhere else because he gets secondary position there. Again, if you're running the Legends team, Joe Thomas is super, super important. If you're not using Threat Detector in such a blitz-heavy game, I just think you're doing it wrong. On a similar note, another offensive line, crazy. Creed Humphrey, 0 AP identifier and 1 AP Secure Protector. What this means here is, A, for free, you get to know where the user is. Again, that is super, super important. I've been an identifier fan for a long time, and this is great. He's going to be hard to replace, man. And then getting Secure Protector, again, helps up the middle. A lot of pressure in this game does end up coming from the middle. The inside stuffs and all that as well. This is going to help against this. Creed Humphrey. Beautiful. I mean, the only way he gets better is if a 0 AP Secure Protector and a 0 AP identifier comes out. It's going to be really, really difficult, but like he's so important. I can't stress this enough. If you're using someone else, like we got Nick Mangold for the Legends team, not even close. Not even close. And if you're a little blind, my man Creed is pretty fast, 74 speed right there, 300 pounds. Not much more you can ask for from a center. You know how painful this one is? Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill, again, a 0 AP short in Elite is incredible to have. Now, he's not the biggest guy, which is fine, but you have a great ability for free. You have a fast tight end for free. If you're not into just completely highballing, he's who you should have. Okay, like that is 100% the truth. Yes, people are going away from man coverage. However, it doesn't negate the fact that short and elite is still a good ability and getting you to hold on to those balls that you make maybe a questionable read on. I don't like using a Saint at all, but he's on the team. And he's going to be on the team for a while, probably. I know you're thinking, CC, what about quarterback? That's up to you. That's all scheme-based. All scheme-based. Running back, this Key Spires, brand new. And it's not just, use Key Spires. Goal line back is a very, very good ability. And being able to get it for free on the best running back in the game right now is very crucial. Key Spires he's a monster out here. This card y'all would go crazy for if you knew, if he was a bigger name, if he was a Bo Jackson, if this said Bo Jackson, people would go crazy for it. It's Key Spires. Where's Key Spires? Well, okay. Goal line back for 0 AP. Again, you can get goal line back for 0 AP on other cards, but he's not expensive, and you might as well be using him. I know it's only for 5 yards on the field. I get it. However, that is the most important 5 yards on the field. And for 0, sign me up. And we get to receivers. Now, plethora of great receivers in this game. They really are. You can use who you want, but I think having either DEEBO or CD Lamb is super important. Again, CD Lamb's going to get short in for free. You could also use Steve Smith. But having short out elite is just have it for free. You don't have to use this card all the time. He's a break in class in case of emergency, because if someone presses you with short out elite and you have a streak and there's no one over the top, that's a touchdown. If you've noticed, the game has switched from strictly man to more zone. Who was on zone before? I swear, somebody I know. It's crazy. Or now people are playing more backed off man. It's because of this card, especially. This has changed the way a lot of people play. And again, when people are playing against you, they're not necessarily always looking at your players. Not, oh, he doesn't have DEEBO, we can press him. People don't always think that, okay? The average player does not go into that much depth. Now, yes, he's not the fastest card in the world. Yes, he's not the biggest receiver. That is fine. He stays out there for me just in case. Because he still gets open. He still burns people. He does everything you could really want. Just don't highball the ball to him. And again, if you want to use CD instead because you want to have a short in, and feel free, right? Again, I'm just using DEEBO because I don't want the other 1 AP out there for my particular spot. But either one of these guys is probably good to have because you either have a 1 AP short in, short out, or a 0 AP short out. That's this like he's only leaving my team if someone else comes with short out for 0 and is better. Again, same thing with all of these cards that we talked about on offense. Now we got to get to defense. If you're looking to build the best team in Madden or any other game, make sure you head over to MMOEXP.com. Avoid the packs, save some racks, pick up your MUT, MT, and many other games. Use code CC 5% off. Let's be great. Now again, with defense, we're talking zone coverage for the most part. If you're playing a lot of man, obviously you want to use cheap inside shades and all that. But again, I feel like people are kind of stepping away from that. And we're going to bring up 2 corners here. Calvin and Richard Sherman, first off. What you need to have out here, if you're playing zone coverage on the outside, is a 0 AP pick artist, 1 AP deep out zone KO. Why is that so important? Because deep out zone KO covers most of the field. It's like the hash marks and out. That's a lot of place. And what you need to do with these cards, and like classically we're trained like, oh, they threw the ball, let me go get it, let me click. Just leave these guys alone, okay? You can just leave them alone. Now I have Carmichael out there because he gets tip drill in deep out zone. Not as good, but I do like the way Carmichael plays, and I think a lot of people have Carmichael and have done that. So Sherman and Calvin, the size, all that, great. This is a new card. Why is Jason Verrett so important here? Okay, again, he's not very big, but he's fast. And if you play Madden, you probably have at least 3 corners on the field, or 4. And being able to get pick artist and flat zone KO is super important. Jason Verrett in the slot. Again, if you play dime, dollar, something like that, you're going to have 2 corners on the slots. This is a great ability. So what these KOs will always do is they just react faster, right? If you have a KO on a player, he's going to react faster. He will only get the knockout portion of it if he's in the appropriate zone. So you'll like if he's in flat zone KO and you happen to have him in a deep zone, like he's still going to react, but he's not going to get the knockout. Here, he's going to get both. And most of the times in your slots, you're putting these guys simply on the shorter zones, whether it's a flat zone or something like that, curl flat, something wrong. This is great. This is what we've been waiting for, and we just weren't getting. It's a really, really good, important card. So a combination of these corners, right, is not paramount to your success, but man, it's going to make your life a lot easier. Now, pass rushers. Okay, you guys are, pass rushers. This pass rusher, someone says this pass rusher is good, and someone says this pass rusher is good. Here's the truth. What you are looking for in a pass rusher is different than what you would a month ago, 2 months ago, right? A lot of people running edge protectors, secure protectors. What we want to make sure is we want to have one pass rusher. I don't care who it is. Put a double or nothing out there, or an edge threat for 1. I prefer a double or nothing at this point for 1 AP. And then don't do much else. Again, you can switch them around if someone only has 1 edge protector or 1 secure protector, or whatever it may be. But it's really important to have that 1. But don't be wasting a bunch of AP on these guys. I mean, there's so many cards in the game. They are all very, very similar. And if you really want to like dig a little bit deeper, what you want to do is look at traits over on mutt.gg and find someone who has like all the good traits. And a lot of these guys will play well. John Randle, brand new. Haven't really used him. Imagine he's good. Warren Sapp. Like, there's a reason that I'm still using these cards. Other cards have come out and I'm like, no. But I also use the Bull Rush. What is it called? Strategy card, right? The Bull Rush. Look at John Randle with the Bull Rush strategy card here. This is insane. 99 block shed, 96 power move, 90 finesse move. We have a double or nothing on him in the middle again, because not everyone is using Secure Protector at center. So yeah, I want to use an AP there, and I want to have an AP on the outside. I like the under pressures, I like the inside stuff. Again, it's really based on how you play. But find a pass rusher who gets this discount and just kind of go with it, right? They're all very similar, truly. A lot of it is luck, a lot of it is random. One game they'll have 3 sacks, another game they'll have no sacks, okay? So don't go wasting too much, and if you can get free abilities on guys that's speedster, unpredictable, whatever it may be, feel free to pop that on these guys, right? The Javon Curse. I'm using under pressure now. I was using speedster. Just figured under pressure for the way that I'm using him within a blitz. It makes a lot of sense. But pass rushers, the choice is yours, okay? Now, if we're talking safeties, you got to include Julius Peppers. Now, I do something a little different than other people with him, okay? That is the truth. However, a pick artist for 0, a deep out zone KO for 1. I think he is the best free safety in the game, and I don't think it's really that close. I'm trying Thomas Davis right now. Again, I'm doing it for just see, right? We like to test cards out. Otherwise, he would have to go back at free safety. He's massive. He plays so well. This is such a good card. Everybody should have this card on their team. Similarly, if we're talking other safety, Ted Hendricks as the user is great. He's great. He is absolutely great. He gets tip drill for 0. Again, as a user, if you want to use him in other places, his abilities, not that great, man. They're not that great. They kind of screw them there. But for a user, 6'7". Who replaces him? I'm gonna need a 90. I'm gonna need someone who's 97 speed on my theme team to think about replacing him. We're talking 97 speed, 6'3", some card like that to really make up for it. High change of direction as well, because his is, we see here, only 89. So that's just like his biggest downfall. Sometimes not the smoothest user, but right now there's nobody else that really compares. Again, we have Bo Jackson. He plays fine. Thomas Davis, he's played fine. Right? John Lynch, he was fine. They're okay cards, but we're all about maximizing and doing everything that we can. That's why Thomas Davis, no matter how good he plays, he's 2 AP. Peppers is 1 AP. 1 AP is 1 AP, right? Again, I'm trying him, but I'll tell you right now, he's not as good. He's not as good. So these are the cards I think everyone should be using. Again, you're going to see a bunch of other cards in our team, offense, defense. Like, oh, what about this card? What about this card? If I didn't mention it, they're probably an okay card, right? They're probably okay, but they don't stand out to me. I'm like, man, okay, I could replace them. I could replace them quickly, right? If there's a better card with the same ability or something, I could replace them, okay? Right? These ones, they feel special to me. They feel real special. They're very helpful out there. So hopefully this helps you guys out. Good luck. Be great. I'm out. Peace.